Hey, what's going on, everyone? So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Aurra Sing from the Clone Wars. I ordered this off GameStop just a few days ago, so it got here pretty quick, and I'm happy to finally have her. And as you can see, comes in the new style box with the beveled side, nice big window. You can see Aurra Sing looking fine. You got two DX13 dual trigger blaster pistols and a long rifle. That is a projectile weapon called the Adventurer Slug Thrower. On that side of the box, you got a great looking picture of Aurra Sing. Really like that a lot. On that side of the box, the front window wraps around. You've got a small window on the top of the box. On the bottom of the box, barcode, stuff no one reads. And on the back, you got the same picture as the side. You got a short bio in various languages, some more stuff no one reads, and Aurra Sing is number 8 in this Clone Wars line. I'm gonna get Aurra Sing open. Let's take a look at her. All right, so I got Aurra Sing out of her box, and let's just take a look at her from head to toe. And at first glance, it seems like they may have modeled this after the Phantom Menace version. The face is a little more plain, but in the Clone Wars, she's always got that menacing scowl. Kind of wish they had done that with this one, but, it's okay. But moving on, let's just start with this antenna. Now, this thing is it's not as flexy as I thought it would be. It's pretty rigid. I think it's a little thick. But, they can't make it too thin. It would just flop all over the place. So it's all right. But, the face does look good. I think the shading around the eyes is really nice. The eyes themselves look great. The mouth looks pretty good. The skin tone, that chalky white skin, I think looks really, really nice. The nose looks good. The ears, everything looks really, really nice on this face sculpt. And this hair, you got this little pony-o right there. You got lots of cool braids in here. That looks awesome. The sculpt itself looks pretty nice. So the hair is pretty rigid and it totally hinders any kind of head up. It just stops right there, hits on this stuff back here. But man, that hair does look good. This vest I think is spot on to what we saw in both the Clone Wars and, briefly in Phantom Menace. You got some little things up here, some silver, some pockets that are sculpted in. This must be some extra ammo up here. You got a pocket there. Looks fantastic. And on the back of the vest, you got all this stuff going on, which is just awesome. Now, sadly, these things are not removable, but at the same time, it's probably a good thing because these things would disappear. But, oh, that looks amazing. Little lines and all these little slots here. It looks so good. And moving on to arms, again, great skin tone. You got this little thing tied here. That looks really nice there. I love that. And this arm is just skin, except you got this little thing going on down here, same here. Yeah, that looks nice. So the outfit itself is just orange, but man, this belt is killer. These chains are so nicely detailed. You got some nice buckles there. The belt itself has a really nice texture to it. Got some cool holsters that are not attached. This whole belt is a separate piece. It's just, just kind of wrapped around her legs and wrapped around her waist. But it is a separate piece. But God, the detail is incredible. Got some little pouches sculpted in back here. It's too bad they didn't paint that buckle. That would have been a really nice touch. I mean, they painted these, but they just kind of left that buckle brown. But, you don't look at the back of the figure that often unless you want to stare at her butt. Same with this buckle here, but yeah, you got some stuff sculpted in there. Good looking holster, or holsters, I should say. You got these little silver studs down here. Looks awesome. Yeah, so they're not on the front. They're only on the back. Man, that looks nice. Love those. And just orange pants and the boots. They're just brown boots, but you got some really nice wrinkles in there. Nice sculpt. You got a little line going on there. The figure as a whole is awesome. I love this. So let's run through articulation real quick on Aurra Sing. So you've got some side to side at the head, just like all of them. You've got some pretty good tilt. That's not bad. She can look down that much. It kind of wants to spring back a little bit. And like I mentioned, as far as looking up, you can't really look up. The hair sculpt totally hits the back of her. So, you can force it, but it just wants to push back. The arms get up that far, and they can rotate all the way around. You've got a pinless single-jointed elbow that gets past 90. That's great. You've got a swivel at the elbow, a swivel at the wrist, and both hands are hinged up and down for the dual wielding of the blasters. That's the right, and there's the left. You've got some swivel at the midsection. You've got some pretty good tilt side to side. She does not crunch forward at all, but she goes back that much, which is pretty good. So these holsters do impede legs up a little bit. That's about as far as I can get them. And that's how far the legs go out. The holsters move with them. but they don't go back at all. The back of the thigh runs into her butt sculpt. But you have an upper thigh swivel. Like I mentioned, the holster's not attached. It just wraps around, so you still got the swivel there. You've got double jointed knees that get up that far. Feet go down that far. They only get up to about right there. And you've got some swivel at the ankle. And as far as accessories, there's a look at her pistols, the DX13 dual triggered blasters. Pretty nice sculpt. I found a picture of one. I think they did a pretty good job of matching it. Kind of wish they had thrown in just a little bit of weathering or something, but it's a pretty cool weapon. And both of them are identical. Same thing on both sides. It's a really cool blaster. And there's a good look at the Adventurer Slug Thrower projectile rifle. I put the strap on, and I really don't want to take this thing off. This was a bear to get threaded through there. I mean, it's super stable now. It ain't coming off. This end went in okay. This end was a totally different animal. That was pretty tricky, but like I said, it is super strong if you have it like that. And there's some okay detail on this rifle. I mean, this thing is so long. You know, there's a little bit of brown on the stock and on the grip. The scope just has a little bit of detail. You got some lines here and there. Got some pouches there on the strap that look pretty good. And the flip side is, you know, kind of looks like that. You got some lines sculpted in. So pretty basic rifle. It's a pretty cool looking weapon, but I don't know if I want to take this off again. That was not easy to get in there. All right, so let's see how Aurra Sing holds these weapons. So we'll start with the blaster pistols, the DX13, and that goes right in. Both fingers go right through the trigger guards. They land on the trigger, both of them. That looks awesome. I love that. And I think her holding one blaster looks pretty good. And let's see what the left one looks like. So that will drop in there. And once again, both fingers go right through the trigger guard. Yeah, that looks amazing. Yeah, boy, she looks good holding two blasters. I mean, you can have them both up like that, which is a pretty good look. Now, you can have them crossed in front of her. That looks pretty cool. Or you can just have them both low, firing from the hip. That looks nice. And these pistols are awesome. I love these. All right, so let's see how the holsters work. Just drops in there, very snug. The barrel pokes out just a little bit. That looks good. And same thing on the left side. That goes in there, super snug. Once again, the barrel will poke out just a little bit. And yeah, once they're in, they are in. That's not going anywhere. And yeah, both of those look really good holstered. All right, so let's see about this obscenely long rifle. So that'll sit in there. Now, there's no trigger guard, so those two fingers are just kind of, I don't know, floating in the breeze. But that does go in that hand okay. The vertical hinge is going to help a lot. Yeah, so then you can put the left hand somewhere around up in here, and that doesn't look too bad. Here, I'll just tuck that back up in there like that. That's not terrible. She can almost aim down the scope. This thing is so stinking long. It's crazy. I mean, from the side, I think that's a really good look there. From the front, you can't quite get the rifle up and have it look natural. From that side, that's not terrible, you know, but again, you can't quite get the rifle up there to where she's really looking down the scope. But it's a cool weapon, and I'm glad they included it. And as far as having it on her, you can just do that and sling it like that. And that is actually a really, really good look there. It's pretty stable. It ain't gonna come off. And again, if you hook the strap there and put that little loop through, like in between this part of the rifle and the actual barrel, that will stay put. This, I mean, it's pretty stable. Once it's on, you know, for the most part. It ain't gonna come off. And I think that's pretty accurate to this picture. You know, you got the pouches down here. Yeah, it's a really good look right there. Yeah, what a nice looking figure. I'm totally happy I picked this one up. And as far as scale, that's what she looks like on the shelf next to Ventress and Dooku and Cad Bane, and there's Echo. And she looks good on the shelf. What an awesome looking figure. Yeah, so overall, this is an instant favorite. I mean, the detail on the face is killer. Still kind of wish they would have made it more Clone Wars-ish. I mean, this face is great, but I kind of wish they would have done the scowl versus, you know, more of a plain face. But it's fine. It's totally fine. It is a great looking face sculpt. Love the shading on the eyes. It would have been nice for this to be a little bit thinner, but, you know, it's okay. I totally understand. But, man, the weapons look good. This strap is a little fiddly, but, you know, once you get it on, it's fine. Pouches look good. The outfit is amazing. These chains, The buckles, the holsters, everything looks just amazing on this figure. But please comment below. I would love to hear from you guys and share your thoughts on Aurra Sing. I, for one, absolutely love this figure. And if you like videos on Star Wars The Black Series, please consider dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel. And be sure and turn on notifications. I'd certainly appreciate it. And I just thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.